Are you a comfy puppy? Are you a comfy puppy now? She just buried herself a nest. She did. She buried herself a nest. Comfy puppy. Hey Dragonlings, this week's vlog is a little bit different because I'm not doing a weekly vlog, I'm just doing a daily vlog, and I didn't film this morning. I was already running late for my stream that I had to do today, so I didn't film. So now the stream is done and you get me now, so sorry. We're doing 10K day today, 10K Sunday, so the plan is to write 10,000 words today. During my stream this morning, I wrote 2,700 something. Hold on, I can tell you. 2,736 words. So I'm a third of the way there, almost. Not quite a third of the way there. Getting there. So yeah, I'm going to start doing some more sprints, and then Tamara has her live stream tonight. Excuse me, I just had lunch. Her live stream is at 9 p.m. my time. No, Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Because 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, because we're doing 3-hour streams. So hers is at 9 p.m. and we're going until midnight. And I am currently going to finish my lunch. And then I'm going to do a couple sprints on my own. And if there's any live streams, I might check them out. But probably I'm just going to set a timer and go. And I'm sitting in the living room with my kids today because I can. And why not? The girls are arguing on who's going to sit in the little chair. Does it matter? They're trying to both fit though, so maybe it does matter. This is my writing sprint paper. I'm writing down sprints here. I can show you. Give me a second. Let me just turn. I can't talk around this. So, this is what I'm doing. Sprint number, how many minutes the sprint is, my word count for that sprint, and then this is the total number of words I have for the day after each sprint. So that's how I'm doing this. Yep. Crap, I'm losing my pencil. So yeah. Ugh. I'm just keeping track of it on there. I wish I had one of those little fancy word count trackers that I get to color in bubbles. There's flies everywhere, I'm sorry.
It's annoying.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, I wish I had one of those fancy dancy word count trackers that I get to color in bubbles when I reach certain things. And I do eventually want to make one. I want to make one with like fox paw prints or maybe leaves, something fall related, autumn related. Because autumn is my favorite season. Foxes are my favorite animals. Dragons are my favorite mythical animals. So maybe I'll do something with dragons. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a mixture of both. But I think it would be fun to have something like that. So eventually I will. In the meantime, I think I'm going to switch spots because I'm really not happy writing right here. And it's not doing anything for me. I wanted to write somewhere other than my desk for once. But this just ain't it. So I think I'm going to switch to the moon chair where the girls were just at a few seconds ago. And I will try that for a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. Position altered. I am sitting in one of the moon chairs. There's two. There's that one and there's the one I'm in. And yeah. So I'm going to try this. It's actually, it's been a while since I've sat in it. We originally bought them for me to play like games and stuff in. So I wouldn't be like sitting on the floor. But it's kind of comfy. We'll see how I do writing here. This is what Justin just brought me. He told me to hold out my hand, so I did. Because I trust my husband. And I love my husband. And he filled my hands with Tootsie Rolls. It has Tootsie Rolls. Mistakes were made. I sprayed myself with bug spray. I did not take my glasses off. Now they're fuzzy and blurry. There's something about the bug spray that does not agree with my glasses, and even when I clean them off, it doesn't actually clean it off, so yeah, it sucks.
Give it to me.
Buggernauts. I decided to come back to my desk. I was just not getting as many words as I would like to get sitting in the living room, so here again. There's my PC that I was streaming on this morning, and now I'm just sitting. I don't have a chair that spins, so I have to physically turn it in order to face that screen versus this screen. So like this morning, I had Mac Mardigan, the laptop, sitting right here so that the screen was leaning up this way and I could view both screens at the same time. But there really isn't a lot of room here to do that. And yes, even if I move this keyboard back, I still got to close the screen in order to reach this keyboard then, and it's just difficult. So I try not to do that. But we're taking an hour break. Tamara's gonna go do like laundry and dinner. And actually since I just basically ate lunch an hour and a half to 2 hours ago, I'm good for a while. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep sprinting. I was thinking about taking a break, and we talked about taking a break because like the kids are playing games and now all of a sudden I want to, but I know myself well enough to know that if I start playing video games right now, I'm not going to quit playing video games. So that's not a good idea for me. So I think I'm going to do a couple more sprints and just keep working. I'm currently sitting at 4,236 words, and I think I'm going to do at least one more sprint. And yeah, I'll go from there. So let's do this. The urge to play video games isn't helped by the fact that my husband's in his office, which is pretty much right there behind the wall, and he's playing video games, and he's being very loud and obnoxious about it every time he gets killed. So that's not helping. But I thought about it, and I don't want to do a sprint. I've got a couple other things that I would like to do. I have not written all week, so I probably should write, but I've already technically beaten the word count I need to write today in order to stay on track, so I'm not that worried about it. And I have a couple other things I want to do instead. So for that hour that we're taking a break, I'm going to watch a bunch of TikToks that my sister has sent to me all day today. So that's how I'm going to take my break, is I'm going to watch some TikToks. Yeah, instead of writing. It's time for an actual break. Break time's over. We're going to get back to writing now. Tamara just contacted me and asked if I got lost in video game world. I let her know that I was watching TikToks and YouTube videos instead. And I think we're getting ready to start writing again. And there's only a couple hours left before her stream starts. And I'm really hoping to reach between 6,000 and 7,000 words between now and then. Because if I do, that means I'll probably reach 10K while on her stream. We'll see how it goes. Can I make 10K today? I'm not doing as well as I usually do. But I'm also not used to taking a full hour off and break-wise. So today's been a bit of a different kind of 10K day for me. I've had a lot of really low word counts. So I've also finally just hit the stride with this particular story that I've been working on. So hopefully I can pick up speed now and actually get some good word counts in now that I know where the story is going. I definitely was struggling with this one at first. It's not always a bad thing. In this one's case, I knew generally where I wanted to go, but it wasn't quite going that direction. And I kind of had to rework it over and over again and do what's called looping. I would write a little bit, go back and rewrite it, go back and rewrite it. But instead of deleting my words, I would just rewrite the stuff I liked and then add more to it. And then if I didn't like it, I would start over again and rewrite the things I liked, write new things, and go from there. So I'm going to have a lot of stuff that I delete at the end of today, but I think because of that, this draft will be a much cleaner draft. And this is actually what worked out for me with the third story. And that's kind of what I was doing with the third story is I would write a chapter, reread it, edit it as I go. Write it, edit it, write it, edit it, until I was happy with the actual chapter. And that actually worked best for me. I am starting to discover that's the way I write best, is that I will write a little bit, go back, reread it, edit it as I go, fix anything I don't like, and then continue on. So, and by fix everything, I mean I rewrite everything. Like, I copy and paste some things that I like, but normally what I do is I just rewrite it. And that's what I've been doing with this one, and it's going good so far. Because of that, I'm still only on the first story that I wanted to work on today, but sometimes that's how it goes too. Sometimes I do only work on one story instead of like 2 or 3. But I always have like 2 or 3 picked out that I want to work on in case I do want to switch. So maybe in the future I won't have to do that. We'll see. It's almost time for tomorrow's stream. I am not as high in my word count as I wanted to be, but meh. I don't think I'm gonna make 10K today because of that. I'm at 5,800 words, so I have to write about 3,080 words in order to make my word count. I think that doesn't sound right. Hold on, I gotta do some maths.
Okay, let's see. 10,000 minus 5,800.
Yeah, oh, I gotta write more than that. 4,200. Okay, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna make 10K tonight. I've got 3 hours to do that. Actually, I have more than 3 hours because midnight for me is not the same as midnight for Tamara. I forgot about that. So yeah, I think I'll be able to make 10K, but it won't be on Tamara's stream as I was hoping. So we just finished up Tamara's live stream, and I'm sorry, I'm limping through the house because I have to use the bathroom. So, there's gonna be lots of flashing lights, and I apologize for that. I'm literally going from light room to dark room to light room to dark room because we turn lights off in this house, and it's nighttime. Sorry. So yeah, it was really good. I have like 730-ish more words to write in order to finish 10K. So yeah, but I'm gonna go potty first. What's she doing? What's she doing? What's she doing? You itchy? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Boop. I start recording because she's playing and she doesn't want to play anymore. I will hit 10K tonight. I will finish this story tonight. However, it is going to need a lot of work because, and I talked about this on Tamara's stream, my character, I'm writing a story that is not going to have smexy times. In fact, actually, I am noticing there's a lot more couples popping into this story. It was supposed to be like a bunch of short stories about people just living their lives, and while I realized that romance and coupling is a thing in everyday lives, like the number of couples that are randomly showing up is starting to bother me. But in this particular case, this particular couple, they've known each other for 5 years. There's always been a kind of attraction between them. They've never acted on it, which again is fine. But now they're not only trying to act upon it, they're trying to have smexy times. And I don't like writing smexy times. That's not my thing. And I have multiple reasons for it. A, it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I don't really like reading them. I don't really like watching them. I definitely don't like writing them. Not anymore. I had some previous exposure is not the word I'm looking for, but of course that's the first one that popped into my brain. I had some previous experiences with clients when I was doing ghostwriting, and I had 2 clients in particular that wanted me to write barely legal erotica, which I didn't have a problem doing at first, but it became quite apparent that everything they wanted me to write was barely legal. Like, I didn't have a problem doing like 1 or 2, but by the 5th or 6th job where I was doing it, that's when it all started, basically. So now writing sex scenes at all, honestly, just makes my skin crawl. Yeah, I don't want to write it. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and I wrote it. I wrote their smexy times, and it's not bad. Like, it's not terrible, and it's definitely not erotica. But I don't want it in there. So when I go to edit this story, I'm going to be editing a lot of that out. I'll keep them as like deleted scenes. Maybe include it in my newsletter. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. But I don't want it in the final draft. That's all I know. I've got I've got other files for deleted words from these particular stories, so it's not that big a deal. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of editing work with this particular story because while I don't mind the route it took, it went in a completely different direction than I thought it would. One of the biggest factors of these stories was that the character that's a cameo character in all of the stories was just supposed to be a cameo character, and she became the love interest in this one. And I like the couple. Like, it works a lot better than I had originally planned. A lot better than I had originally thought it would. But at the same time, I'm like, do I need to move the story around? Because this means revealing what she is. And while I've been dropping some serious hints, I haven't revealed what she is yet, and this one reveals it all. So there's going to be a lot of rewriting involved with this one, or I'm going to have to move the story around, and it's going to have to come later in the timeline. I don't know which is going to happen yet, but I'm kind of curious. It depends on how I take the story with removing the smexy scenes. We'll see. But I'm really excited. I really enjoyed this one. And I wrote it on a 10K day, and I will finish it on a 10K day. It is almost 11 o'clock at night. I have 730 something words to write before I hit 10K, and I will complete it tonight. Yeah, let's do it. Also, remember the Tootsie Rolls that I showed you in my hand earlier? I ate them all, except for like 2. One I gave to my oldest and one I gave to my youngest. So I ate
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
27. Actually, no, that's not right. 26, because the youngest dropped hers in my pile as a joke and didn't take it back. So 26. I ate 26 Tootsie Rolls. No wonder I wasn't really hungry at dinner time. Who's a cool puppy that has a bone? Jester, cool puppy that has a bone. She's a cool puppy that has a bone. I did it. It is 10:38. 11:38. Sorry, can't read apparently. Oh god, my ear, it itches behind my ears. Anyways, I wrote 10,221 words, 21 sprints. Not my best, but it's done. And as I said in a previous clip, I will be going back through this story and doing a lot of editing only because of the fact that, like, I'm rereading what I've written, and actually, if I wanted to keep the smexy scene, it's pretty damn good, actually, if I do say so myself and toot my own horn. It's not a terrible sex scene. It's not also very graphic. It could be a lot worse. I know I've read a lot worse in books that were romance, but not erotica. So, yeah. The biggest thing is that it's between a non-human and a human. And by non-human, I mean half dragon, half human. They're called dragonoids in my story. So, yeah. But, bestiality's fun. Is it considered bestiality, though, when he's half human? Is it bestiality when his parents, one of them was a dragon, but the other was human, and even the dragon was in human form? Questions we all never thought we'd ever considered asking, but I need to know. So yeah, that's where I stand. I don't know how I feel about it. I like the story essentially, but it's not what I was going for. So, yeah. I'll be editing it quite a bit. We'll see what happens with it. But I'm still happy with it as it stands by itself right now. Don't pretty much like the ending, but that's the way it works with every single story I ever write. I don't ever like the endings, so that is no surprise to me. Anyways, because it's so late at night, I'm gonna go take a shower, and I'm going to go to bed because I'm really tired. It's almost midnight. I have to be up in the morning because the girls have school. So, yeah. It's been fun. Jester is chewing on a bone. That might be the sound you hear in the background, and I apologize. But, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, Dragonlings. Here is all of my stats for today. As you can see, some of them were big numbers, some of them weren't. Depending on how well the story was flowing, basically. Like, you can tell when the story was actually flowing real well, because that's when I hit the larger word counts. And like way down here, 623. And these ones, the 787, 604, 627, 600, and 689, that was where my characters were like, sexy times, we're going to lead that direction. So the words were flowing really good. But yeah, I let them have their sexy time, and what they don't know is I'm going to cut it out. Ha 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 ha. What am I going to do with her? This is what happens a lot. She likes to curl up under my chair and chew on her bone or play with her toys, whatever she is doing at that time. The only problem is this is a fold-out chair, as you can see. This is my desk. It's an L-shaped desk. This is my PC computer. That's my laptop. That's Mac Mardigan. That's McGee. So McGee is the one I usually use for streaming. Mac Mardigan is always my writing laptop. Mac Mardigan doesn't belong right there. Mac Mardigan belongs right there where that clipboard is. And what I want to eventually be able to do is spin between the two as necessary. Can't do that with this chair. This is a folding chair, not a spinny chair. I can't afford a spinny chair right now. Eventually I will get a spinny chair. I want one with more back support too, so that's a thing. And that's why I haven't gotten one. Other than money, that's why I haven't gotten one, because I actually want to try out some chairs and find one that will support me without, leaning too far back, because I have a very irrational fear of falling. Not of heights. Falling. I sit in my husband's chair and I nearly had to have a heart attack because I feel like I'm going to fall. Anyways, so she likes to sit under my chair. She slowly moves forward out from underneath it, as you can tell, but she likes to lay under there and chew on her bone or play with her toys. Mr. Dragon and her piggy will be right there. What's she going to do when I have a wheelie chair? Seriously, I don't know what she's going to do other than get run over by my chair.